Welcome to the stream. So this is going to be a video afterwards, so if you could leave a thumbs up, that will be highly appreciated, because this is just going to be like a normal video, but I thought I would do it as a stream format to interact more with you guys, because this is big news. So we're going to be talking about Supergirl Season 3 Episode 11, and we're going to be talking about the synopsis, so the teaser for the episode before it comes out. So welcome to the stream, guys. If you guys have just come in, welcome. We're going to be talking about Supergirl, Saturn Girl, teaming up with some awesome villains. So we're going to be explaining what's going to be happening in episode 11. So please be sure to leave a like if you're in the stream, or if you're watching the video afterwards, that would be highly appreciated. So yeah, let's wait a tiny bit. I will quickly talk about some stuff. So what do you guys think of the Legion of Superheroes trailer, the extended version? I thought it was a really good trailer. I'm especially hyped for the Legion of Superheroes, and although Brainiac 5 doesn't look the best, I still think he's decent. I'm looking forward to his character. I love him in the comics, so I'm always going to look forward to him, and the Legion of Superheroes are so exciting. But anyway, so we're going to be talking about episode 11, and let's move on to it now, because we've obviously given some time for some people in the live chat to actually join. But in this episode, we're going to be getting Supergirl and Saturn Girl teaming up, so I'm super excited, because episode 10 we're not going to get them teaming up because Kara's obviously still in that coma. But we're going to be talking about the synopsis, so let me just get up the synopsis for the episode. So here it is. Supergirl teams up with Saturn Girl, Livewire and Psy. Now that's crazy, but let's read on. As Rain continues to terrorize the city, Supergirl teams up with Saturn Girl and the two recruit Supergirl's former enemies, Livewire and Psy, to form a team for a mission to Fort Rozz to recover a prisoner who has information on how to defeat Rain once and for all. So, sorry for my reading. I've literally not read this before, so I'm a bit crusty at that, but this is so interesting. So it confirms that they're calling Saturn Girl it confirms they're calling Imra Saturn Girl in this episode, and that is like, that's so cool. We've been theorizing, obviously, in the comics she's Saturn Girl, so that's great that they're finally name dropping it, and that's really awesome that they can finally say for certain that she's going to be called Saturn Girl. So I'm excited for that. But Livewire and Psy are going to be teaming up with Saturn Girl and Supergirl. That is awesome. I think Livewire is a really good villain. She's appeared in 3 episodes now, I think, in the whole of 2 seasons. So once in season 2 and twice in season 1. She was obviously in the Flash crossover in season 1 of Supergirl, and that was awesome. I really like her. I think she's a good character. And Psy obviously was in season 3, so we've got a season 1 and 2 villain teaming up with a season 3 villain, with a new season 3 hero, and with Supergirl. So that is crazy. I'm so excited to see what this all-female super team is actually going to bring, and I think it's going to be great. And the person who I think that they're going to try and go to Fort Rozz to actually discover is, dun dun dun, wait for it, the Kryptonian Priestess, and I think it's played by Chris Marshall. We've been theorizing about this. We made a video, maybe 2 videos about this, and yeah, I think she's the Kryptonian Priestess. She has a stunt double. Chris Marshall, the actress, actually has a stunt double, and she's got a connection to Rain, and this person knows how to defeat Rain, so I'm sure it's her. I'm 90% sure it's her, so I'm super excited. I do think it's her. So she's the Kryptonian Priestess, most likely, and it was mentioned by Thomas Coville. Thomas Coville went to actually ask about Rain and, you know, the prophecies and everything to do with Krypton. He found out that from a Kryptonian Priestess, and that's why we think that Chris Marshall is actually playing the Kryptonian Priestess, and we think that's who is at Fort Rozz, and that's who they're actually going to get when they go there. So I'm super excited to see that, because I think the idea of seeing another Kryptonian that is very different from the superheroes we see is something that I find personally really exciting. And obviously we're going to get more Mon-El in this episode. I see you all spamming the chat with Mon-El. Yes, Mon-El will be in this episode, but I don't think he's going to be part of the team. I think they're just going to minimize it down to 4, or there will be too many people. So I think Mon-El will be doing something with Brainiac 5 maybe during the episode, or they might just not appear. I think Mon-El, because Mon-El, Chris Wood, is a regular, I think he would definitely appear. Not sure about Brainiac 5, because I think he's got a heavy prominence in episode 10. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there. But obviously we've got Sai, who was a season 3 villain. She has psychic, I think she had psychic powers. Yeah, that was her powers. So she was in episode 2. She was really good. A very solid villain. Probably one of the best weekly villains we've had recently on all the DC TV shows. And so I'm excited to see her back. Because the actress was very good, and I think her teaming up with Supergirl and Sai, and Supergirl, Livewire, Sai, and we've got Saturn Girl as well. So that's going to be awesome. I can't wait for that, because I want to see the dynamic, because we know the last time that Livewire actually left, Supergirl let her go, and we knew that something was happening. She's not like the full-on villain that she used to be, and I feel like that is going to be definitely played into this episode. So I'm excited to see what Livewire brings, and I just want to see the connection between all these characters, if they're going to have any like arguments, or there's going to be any disagreements, which probably will happen. And I think Sai and Livewire will probably butt heads at some point, and I just can't wait to see Saturn Girl teaming up with Supergirl. That's the best thing about this, because obviously, look in this picture. Saturn Girl, Imra Ardeen looks like a badass in the suit, and I have to say, I will do another video on the suits in the next couple of days, probably tomorrow, if there's nothing else to actually go over tomorrow, because if you look carefully, there's a lot more detail than you can see from the outside from just a full screen picture. And obviously, like I've repeated this in many comments, so I commented back on a lot of people's comments, because everyone was assuming the suits were just all black, and it's not that. And you have to, and if you zoom in, you can see there's a lot more detail. They have red on their suits. It's not just all black like it seems from the outside, and it's not an HD photo or video. So if we wait and see, I think we have to wait and see for the episode to see what the suits properly look like, or you can try and enhance them with your Photoshop skills or whatever. So I've been trying to do that, and obviously follow me on Twitter. I sort of found out something. I'm unsure if it's 100% correct, but I'm going to base my video on that tomorrow, I think. But yeah, so follow my Twitter at the DCTV show. But yeah. So that is awesome. Episode 11, we're going to get some awesome stuff. Rivals, they're all going to be working together. You got that right, Jamie. And it's going to be great, especially Saturn Girl, Supergirl working together. I'm just super excited for that. To see Saturn Girl's power, to see the Legion flight ring in action. Obviously, we'll see that in episode 10, but she's probably going to be flying around, so that's going to be great. Okay. Yeah, so do you guys think, let me know in the comments below if you're watching the video afterwards, or if you're in the live chat right now, let me know if you do think that the Kryptonian Priestess will be played by Chris Marshall, who they recently announced was coming to the show, because I do think that's a very strong theory, because she was a hairdresser, a 20-something hairdresser, I'm pretty sure, I'm like 80% sure that's her description of her character, and that's just too bland. And she has a very strong connection to Rain, and why would a 20-something hairdresser have anything in common with Rain, and why would she have information? So I do think she's a Kryptonian, and I think that she's going to be the Priestess. So yeah, we theorized about that in like 1 or 2 videos. I don't remember how many, but I think that's a very strong theory, and it seems to be like you guys actually agree with it. Some people are disagreeing. Some people saying it's hard to tell. Oh, it's a musician. That was it, not a hairdresser. Yeah, even more bland. Maybe not more bland, but like she's just a low-key musician, so it's pretty bland. So yeah, I think that's going to be really interesting, and I hope, and I'm like, what, 90-80% sure that it's her, that she's the Kryptonian priestess. But yeah, I don't think that Caramel will be back until at least episode 16 or so, if they were going to do that, because it does seem like Amy Jackson said everything will get better, like to the Caramel fans, she said that directly, so I don't think it's going to be too long. And you know, Amy Jackson's a guest star, so obviously she's not appearing in every episode, but that's a shame if she was to go away. Like, I hope Amy Jackson sticks around and Saturn Girl sticks around, because her character is awesome. I love Saturn Girl in the comics, and she's done a great job in the minimal amount of episodes that she's actually done. I've fallen in love with her character. I think she's a brilliant character. Like, I have no reason to actually hate her, and I can't find a reason to hate her, even though I would like to, so we can get Caramel back, but I don't know, I really like her. So, yeah, Rain could kill her. Oh, that will get me a bit pissed, because I like a character. Yeah, you know why she's got blonder? Because Melissa Benoist is naturally a brunette, so she naturally has brown hair, and she has to dye her hair. Pardon me. She has to dye her hair every season, probably like every few months. So that's why it changes, but I think it's cool, like the mix between the blonde and the brown. You know, it works, it flows. So it looks very natural, so there's nothing wrong with that. It looks good either way, but yeah, so I keep on seeing like people talking about the suits, and I would say you can't judge the suits from this one shot in the trailer, because to be fair, you can barely see it. I've tried to zoom in, you can't see jack shit unless you enhance it, and it's super hard to enhance because the frame is actually so pixelated. It looks nice from the outside, but if you zoom in, it's really hard to see the detail, but we know there's detail there if you brighten up the actual picture. So I would say don't judge the suits yet. Although the black, I know all of you guys probably wanted the light red suit, just don't judge it yet, because I think it's going to look cooler when we actually see it in episode 10 properly in HD. So I told you it's a bad photo, so I wouldn't judge it by that. That's the best that we've got as of now, but maybe when they release the promotional photos we might get a really good look at the actual suits. So hopefully we do get that, or we might just have to wait till the episode in under 2 weeks now. I think, let me check the date for when Supergirl gets back. How long from now? So today is the 5th of January, and Supergirl returns in 10 days. 10 days, not too long now. So we just have to wait 10 days until the episode, and we will be able to see the suit as to what it actually is. And yeah, so I'm very, very hyped. I'm so excited for the episode. The trailer was awesome. I'm really anticipating the new photos that they're going to release in the next few days. But yeah, so this was a video and a stream about episode 11. And I don't want to make it too long, because obviously this is going to be a video afterwards. But yeah, so there's a lot of reason to be excited for this episode, because we've got a lot of characters returning, and we've got a really awesome team up between Sai, Livewire, and also Saturn Girl, and obviously Supergirl. So it's going to be great. I can't wait for the episode, which is episode 11. So they're going to Fort Rozz. If you guys remember, back in season 1, Fort Rozz was the place where Kara actually knocked it down to Earth from, pardon me, where she actually knocked it down to Earth, and that was where all the alien prisoners who were sent from Krypton were actually sent into there. So this Kryptonian priestess, who obviously, I think Thomas Coville said she was dabbling in like the sort of more risky stuff that the more risky, darker stuff that the original council at the time on Krypton actually didn't like, and I think that's definitely why they sent her. And she knows about Rain, so that's going to be something interesting, because I think she's definitely got close, and I think she's definitely been nearby whoever was creating Rain, so Rain's makers. So it's going to be really awesome seeing episode 11. And yeah, so thank you all for tuning into the stream. It's been about 15 minutes or so, so good length for these types of videos, because I do this every week, and you know, I call it DCTV Explained. We try and explain the big thing that's going on. So this is my Supergirl Season 3 Episode 11 synopsis video, so hopefully you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys later for another video, probably tomorrow for my Mon-El super suit video, because I'm going to be trying to give some theories as to the suit, because obviously we can't see it very well, so please be sure to subscribe to not miss that. But anyway, quickly, please be sure to follow my Twitter so you can stay up to date with me at the DCTV show, and also be sure to follow me on Stardust so you can post your initial reactions. You can see my reactions, my face cam reaction to the Supergirl episodes, the Flash episodes, the Arrow, the Legends of Tomorrow, any films that I really enjoy. I'm going to see a lot of films this week, like All the Money in the World. I'm really excited for Ridley Scott's new film. And we've got Jumanji I'm going to see, and we've got Molly's Game. So a lot of stuff to react, and so follow me on Stardust and tag me at the DCTV show if you go to see those films, or wait for a couple of weeks until the Supergirl and DCTV shows return, and you can post your reactions there. But anyway guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Thank you for tuning into the stream or the video. Goodbye.